That's all right. We're gonna see the little cameo of the champ.
Yeah.
Love you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
You
Nice to see you too.
were awesome. Congratulations, champ, and new.
Yeah. And here's a whole nother story about that guy. Like AO, Aaron Orion is
I love him.
like somebody that I've known. Like I met him at the very beginning of his career, before he went off to the military. Like we're
really?
talking very pale Aaron, very different Aaron than what you see today. But there was always like a fucking passion there. Like that kid, like he's so much fucking drive, and and that's all that I remember from Aaron pre-military. It's just like seeing all that, just seeing passion in his eyes when he talked about wrestling. He always wanted to be something.
My favorite people are the people who really like outside of the ring, like are passionate.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it just adds so much more of everything. It's more of them. And I like to see an artist in the art.
Yeah.
I don't like...
We got another one.
You see, because everybody loves you.
Tommy Vendetta.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, sorry. Love you,
Love you, baby. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Drive safe, okay?
You as well.
Yeah, the whole 20 minutes?
I want to do a potty with you.
Yes, I love it.
I call him a potty.
He's fancier than I am.
Yeah. That's right. He and I
He's
have been
famous
talking
already.
about it. So, yeah, we've been talking about doing a podcast together for a long time now.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, I would listen to every fucking episode.
That's a whole nother thing. Like Tommy does have a podcast going on. It's on his Patreon right now.
Oh, see, I'm poor.
I always support him.
I always support wrestlers.
Yeah, of course. You'll buy
more
merch.
than I probably should.
Yeah, but like you understand, like that's how those guys can actually get places and do things.
Right. It's their fucking job. Like they want to make money at their job, and they're good. The people that I support are good.
Yeah.
I don't just go whoo for every motherfucker. Like you got to be good. Entertain me. Make me motherfucking care about you. Do a thing. I like it when they throw each other.
Yeah.
I like it when one throws one into the other. That's my most favorite.
It's always a good time.
Hey, baby. Sorry, it's the ADHD.
That's okay. There's no worries there. So what else we got going on?
I mean, can you think of anything? I literally could just sit and talk to you for 800 hours.
Right.
I really could.
All right. Here's another story that's a little bit more NJPW centric.
Okay.
All right. Let's even go back to when Mikey Zero first started training. Not a lot of people know Mikey Zero started training at the electric company. It's Eric Freedom's school. And at that point, Eric was kind of like, he was not in a good spot emotionally.
Okay.
I took over a lot of the training because I was a few years in at that point. And, so technically I trained Mikey Zero and in the professional wrestling industry.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I spent the time with him and I was already seasoned and traveling all the time and all of that. And Mikey and I have there's a brotherhood there. Like I'm older brother,
That's nice. Though.
There's a reason why I'm here and why I will turn down any other company to come here. It's because of that. It's because we go all the way back. We've always been there for one another. We've always been able to lean on each other. We always have good conversations together. And he's just an all-around good guy.
See, that's nice.
Yeah.
See, and that while you were talking, it reminded me, mental health, children.
Yes.
It's about your mental health.
It's important.
Oh my God, I am so happy that you talk openly about mental health because it's such a I don't know if it's taboo or just it makes people just uncomfortable.
Sure.
I've
there was a point I'm just gonna throw a lot of shit out there real quick, but I was married to a woman for 7 years. Obviously that woman is she was who you said hi to.
Yes.
So obviously we're best of friends now. She's been in this business and around this business for 13 years. She's photographed, she's helped set up, she's helped tear down, she's been through the fucking ringer. All right, I put her through hell when she first started, just to make sure that she could handle it, she could hang, and that she wanted to be
fair enough. Like,
and well, I mean, she's still here, so we might not be together, but we're still we're still close friends, and we will always be.
See, that's so nice.
Around.
That's so nice.
But like after I left her, I got into a relationship, a very abusive relationship with a guy. All right, like I came out as gay. Just very. It was a tough time, coming from like when I grew up, like as a child, it was very, guys don't act this way.
Oh, no.
Guys act a certain way, and after years and years of just hearing all of that, like I still to this day struggle with being open, with being like out there, with being me.
Okay.
But I still I put that, I just I say, fuck it. This is who I am. Like I'm just gonna rock me, and every single one of those fucking guys in the back love me for me.
They really do.
And I love them for them. Like they've always been there. They've always accepted me, and they've always been super chill. It's much different than the wrestling business that I broke into, and I love it. I think that's why I'm still here. But at any rate, during that abusive relationship that I was in. I don't know how else to put it other than I never thought that I would allow somebody to make me feel so low that I was literally thinking about jerking the wheel into a fucking bridge.
Same. I've been there. Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it.
That. I mean, that's real talk. That's you don't ever expect somebody to you don't ever expect that to happen to you until it does. I mean, the last 2 years of my marriage, I was a drunk. I was closing down the gay bar there, in Cadillac. I was closing it down almost every single night. It was not good. I was spending way too much money on just shit.
Sometimes when you can't get out, you have to get out.
Yeah, and
in an unhealthy way or a healthy way, it has to happen.
Right, it just comes the fuck out.
Right.
And so I went through a hell of a dark time, and from 2016, basically our anniversary, Nia and I's anniversary, is when I it was around that time that I split up with her. It was really bad, and we went it was just bad. It's super dark time, very shitty. And then, the guy that I was with, he just kind of saw all of that and basically preyed upon that.
Wow.
And there was a moment where he straight up ran me into a wall and punched me in the face. It was a bad fucking situation. And I never thought I would ever let somebody do that to me. And I could have fought back. I could have protected myself. But I chose not to because I didn't want to, aggravate the situation. I didn't want it to be any more.
Well, no, because you would have just been fighting each other.
Right, and it would have been fucking stupid. And in the midst of all of that, this guy, I had two prized possessions, the two things that I held most dearly, that I like, and I'm not I'm not a guy that likes all the glitz and glamour. I don't have to have all these things, the best ride, the best house, the best blah, blah, blah. I don't give a fuck about any of that. And those two pieces, they were end tables that were made by my grandfather, who handmade them. And I'm thankful to still have my grandfather to this day.
Oh, wow, awesome.
Oh, yeah, and he's pushing 90. So,
all right, go grandpa.
But, he destroyed those when I was gone.
Oh.
Because he knew that it would fuck with me.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It was the one and the only thing that was going to ever fuck with me.
It's the control. It's not the violence. It's the control.
Correct. And and that still to this day fucks with me, because those two pieces were made for me by the man that I love and respect the most in my entire life. He's the only real aside from Nia's dad, he's the only real father figure that I've ever had in my entire life.
Aww.
Nia's dad was an amazing man, and I was there the night that the day that he passed away. Aww. I was a pallbearer for him. I helped the fucking coroner take him to the fucking to the hearse. Aww. I did everything. because I had that much respect for that man. And I would do the same thing for my grandfather. And, you know, like, I know shit's getting real deep right now.
That's all right. It's all right.
But that's like, yeah, I kind of got sidetracked on that. But, you know, that's what, you know, he did to elicit a response from me that still didn't get a physical response out of me because I refused to. And I told him at one point, I'm like, look, like, I feel like I need to start seeing somebody. I need to start talking to somebody.
Therapy.
You know, a professional counselor, therapist, whatever the fuck. And, you know, I will just put it out there that no matter if you have bad shit going on in your life, no matter if you feel like you're on cloud nine, no matter how you're feeling, having that sounding board to talk to that does not really know you personally,
right,
but like can give you professional advice,
right,
like that's huge.
Very.
You know, and I was lucky enough to come across a counselor that helped me stand up on my own 2 feet.
All right.
Helped me say and know and understand that I'm better than whatever the fuck I was doing, whatever I was doing. And like, he helped me to realize that it was a choice that I stayed. Mm-hmm. Not that I was getting beat up, not that it was abusive, but it was a choice that I stayed. And he's like, you have the power, you have the choice to get the fuck up, walk the fuck out. Mm-hmm. You know, and it just like, and my partner at that point was in and out of fucking jail. And at this point, he ended up going to prison.
Oh.
For 2 years. And in the midst of all of that, I just like left. All right. And I changed my phone number. I sent him a letter. I'm like, look, like this isn't working out for me. I'm not doing this anymore.
All right.
Like I'm standing up on my own 2 feet. Like I can't do whatever it is that you want me to fucking do. Because I'm done. Like I was done taking care of him. He couldn't hold the job down. Like I was paying for everything. You know, like
been there, done that. Sell the t-shirt to support the habit. Yeah.
Nobody wants all that. So, you know, like fast forward to now, and like now, like I'm obviously very open about my sexuality. Yeah, like I said, I'm still uncomfortable with always being open because I never know how people are going to respond. I
mean, like it's got to be kind of scary.
Sometimes,
people
yeah,
are fucking crazy.
Because you're always coming out. You don't just come out once.
No,
you're always coming out.
Which is so fucking stupid. Like, why? Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Right. Like I don't care who the fuck you sleep with.
No, right. So. You're not sleeping with me, so I don't really give a fuck.
Right. So like, people are just like they're so afraid of what they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, and like, or maybe they're afraid that that I'm going to turn them gay. You know.
Everybody already knows the frogs turn everybody gay.
Right.
Wait, isn't that's the right thing? Right?
Yeah, that's
Woo, I got
it. That's the. I'll spare the name there, but that's the right thing.
It's the wrong thing.
Yeah, that. Yeah, I think that's just silly. You know, like why? Like, I'm gonna go down a different road here. Like my. I didn't understand, like, even though I was very open when I was with my wife. Like, Nia knew about my sexuality. We were very open about everything. But like, while I was a bouncer at the gay bar in Cadillac, and I eventually became
I'm so astounded there's a gay bar in Cadillac.
It's not
idea.
now.
Okay.
Like, it's closed down now, but like I kind of became like the door guy there and like the protector of all the drag queens. Like
nice.
I took care of them, but they also would take care of me.
All right.
You know what I mean? Like they were not afraid to freaking take off a heel and stab a bitch with it. You know?
I love that. Love it.
Like I didn't understand trans individuals. Not there was never any hate there. I just never understood it. And like I met a drag queen that happened to be a trans woman that was, you know, African American, black,
okay.
You know, like, or who I call Mama Nikki.
Okay.
And Nikki taught me so much about like what it meant, like how they felt in their own skin, how it felt when they started to go through the transition. And I was blessed enough to have so many trans individuals to be able to like talk to and try to understand what it was that they were going through, what it was that they were feeling, you know, and what it did is it gave me a healthy love and a healthy respect for trans individuals, because I believe that a trans individual has to know themselves more so than anybody else.
Right.
And so many people don't fucking understand it. And it drives me insane.
They don't know themselves.
Exactly.
They're running around like as cis-hets.
Well, they're running around like it's just a lot of closed-mindedness.
Right, all that cognitive dissonance.
Yeah,
and
all they need to do is just have a genuine like. They need to just be like curious about it.
Hungry
like,
for knowledge.
Yeah, like understand other fucking people.
Right, like not everybody is this, that, and
they can't all fit in your little box or your fucking little circle.
No.
You know, it doesn't work that way.
Neither of those things, actually.
At all. Like, people are people, and I love people.
I love people, too.
You know, like, you know.
Most of them.
Yeah. The bond that I had with Mama Nikki was huge. You know, she was, Nikki Nitro Shantae was her stage name. And she was basically like the mother of all the drag performers in Michigan. Like, she was one of the OGs.
That's cool.
And, you know, and she was a very large drag queen. She was freaking tall and just a huge person. But she was wonderful to be around, and like every single, like all the time, whenever I think about her, I still hear her like maniacal cackle.
I love that.
Yeah, like she was hilarious. She was a beautiful person. And like, you know, sadly, like several years ago, she passed away.
I was going to ask, because you're speaking of her as in the past tense. So did she die? Yeah.
And I still don't know how, like, it's still a big mystery there, but it was also when like a lot of things were happening to trans individuals in Grand Rapids and all over the state.
Yeah, it was really fucking ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
and
really fucking ugly.
And I still like, I feel it, but I don't want to feel it. I don't want to believe that somebody would have murdered my friend.
Right.
You know, like the beautiful person that I got to know. You know, like.
But they just see somebody
that's
like
different.
And I hate that fucking. I hate that so much. But that's the best way to say it.
Yeah. They saw somebody different from them, and they were like, worried about it or whatever.
Right.
You know, and I don't understand that. Like, if I don't understand something, I'm genuinely curious about it. I want you to tell me why you feel this way.
Right.
I want you to tell me, educate me.
Make it make sense, please, because I'm kind of slow sometimes.
But like, educate. You know, talk to people.
I like you, like, because you're intelligent, and intelligent people like to learn about things that are not themselves. There's not a lot of intelligent people sometimes.
I agree. Sometimes there's some awful people out there, but.
Going to hell.
I'm all there. But like, I don't know. I feel like I wish that people would just calm the fuck down and just get to know other people.
Yes.
Just like have a genuine curiosity of like learning about that person and just.
Right, because when you talk to somebody, you get to know them as we learned about this in some bullshit ass psycho, but like when you talk, you get to know them on a personal, and then they're a person to you. They're not just that whatever guy or girl or whatever.
Yeah, but I see that they're
they're
pretty well cleaned up.
Empty. So all
so
right,
that means
are we going to
talk
call
like
home?
an hour? Oh yeah.
I don't even know what time. Did we talk for?
Okay. So yeah, maybe we can do this again.
I would love,
in a little bit of time, and maybe we can dive a little bit deeper.
I want to go. So. I want to do it somewhere where like I can have back support, because I am bad with my posture. So bad.
The same.
So bad.
Like absolutely the same. But
okay. Well,
yes, let's do it again.
Everybody, and hug Earl.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you.
All right.